Right now at 6, the search continues for a man who was last seen 1 week ago. We have a live look. This is from Westbrook. The search has been going on for the last several days. Fox 61's Glenn Kittle is there. We're going to get an update from him. He's going to share what state environmental officials say that you can do right now to help with their investigation. Well, good morning. It is Wednesday. Thanks for starting yours off with us here at Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus, America Areas.
And I'm Bridget Bureau. We are halfway through the work week, so we're happy about that. Also, humidity going down. So, Matt Scott, that's always good news.
I actually stepped outside this morning and went, okay, feels good. Take that. And actually down by the shore where I am, dew point's a little higher than the rest, so it's
really?
a little more comfortable the farther north you go. I'll show you that in a moment. Here's what you need to know before you go. It's a better looking Wednesday. Still got a lot of smoke to contend with, but we're easing it slowly. A little less smoke, a little less humidity, a little less in the temperature department too, as we struggle to get past 80 degrees. But we are rain-free, humid-free, and trouble-free in the 7-day. We'll show you that coming up. No air quality alerts for the state still surrounding the area because we do have still moderate air quality. We need to, obviously a little more improvement there. Most of you should be fine, but if you have asthma, respiratory issues, just be mindful because there's still a little smoke to deal with. We want the oranges and the yellows to get out of here, and as you can see as we go through the next 24 hours, that will happen. Other than that, we've got clouds from a disturbance down to the south. That's not going to bring us any trouble. Your temperatures at 6 a.m. ranging from 60 degrees up to 69 in Bridgeport, 64 in the capital, 67 in New Haven. Here are your dew points, upper 50s for the quiet corner. Not bad. I mentioned a touch warmer on the shoreline. 62 to 64 is still quite manageable, and the dew point largely behaving. Not just for today, but for the next few. Your planner has temperatures getting to 81 degrees, a lot of clouds, limited amounts of sunshine in there. Coming up, we'll talk about the forecast down the line as we get closer to the weekend. I think you're going to like it. Details on that in a bit. Erica's got a look at traffic. I hope you like that too.
Yeah, well, it is still looking really good in Hartford. Capital City drive times, no problems there. Only 6 minutes from Glastonbury to the Founders Bridge on Route 2. So great news there as we head over to Waterbury. Check out Brass City drive times. No issues there as well. It's only 4 minutes from Waterbury exit 25 to 18 on 84 West. And as we take a look here, New Haven drive times, we're seeing a little bit of a buildup from New Haven to Bridgeport. You're cruising at 47 miles per hour there on 95 South. It's going to take you just under a half an hour. And as we pop over to Fairfield, this is the highlight of the morning right now at 6:02. All green there. Trumbull to Westport's only 11 minutes as we head down. Take a live look out there, checking out the view from 84. We've got smooth sailing at 84 West. Or excuse me, 84 in Hartford. No problems there. We hope you have a great day. Stay safe out there. Crews are reducing their search efforts to find a missing canoer. State police and dive teams have been out there. They've spent several days searching Messerschmitt's Pond.
Still no sign of him. Now they're asking for your help to find him. Fox 61's Glenn Kittle joins us live from Westbrook this morning. Glenn, what's the latest?
Yeah, good morning, Bridget, Erica. We now know he's identified as 38-year-old Andrew Corbett from Westbrook, and he was last seen at a CVS in Groton. We're going to take a picture and put it on your screen right now. This is from that CVS in Groton at around 11 p.m. The State Department of Energy and Environmental Protection says this is where he was last seen on Wednesday at 11 p.m. His family says they last heard from him the day before that. Here's a closer picture of what Corbett looks like. His canoe was found on Friday, overturned in Messerschmitt Pond. Encon police have searched the area and they found his car and personal items nearby, but no sign of Corbett so far. That's when state police and dive teams were called to start searching this pond and shoreline. They spent all weekend at the beginning of this week out here, and crews have also had a lot of help from firefighters from Westbrook, Essex, Taftville, Guilford, and Goshen. The teams also performed shoreline and aerial searches. As of 4 p.m. yesterday, the search has shifted from a full-scale search to a smaller search. Crews will still be out here later today, but they will be mostly monitoring the pond. Now, the Department of Environmental Protection is asking folks to stay away from Messerschmitt Pond while crews conduct the searches here. And they also say if anybody has any information on Corbett's whereabouts, to contact DEEP directly. Live in Westbrook, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
All right, Glenn, thank you so much. Well, some people say they're growing more upset about immigration arrests in Connecticut.
Yeah, organizers say these arrests impact more than just the people who are detained. Fox 61's Valerie Moravi is in New Britain, where community leaders and advocates came together to send a message.
Well, community leaders in New Britain are standing for those recently detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They say the impact is not just on family members of those detained, but also the community.
ICE, get the hell away! Immigrant families are here to stay!
Dozens joined the fight against the recent arrest by Immigration and Customs Enforcement in New Britain Tuesday, and their message was loud and clear.
We are heartbroken, but we are not broken. We came to this country not to cause harm, but to build a better life.
Perla Vanessa Cardoso is a member of Manos Unidas, hence United of New Britain. She says there won't be a day they don't stay in unity in support of those recent 5 people detained.
So these are regular 5 people, regular class, working class people who were just going to work, right? And they got abducted there. We are not criminals, right? We are just here to work.
She says it's important to her to show up and support those families of those detained. She says her father was almost deported back in 2017. She says her heart goes out to those families.
Still with that anxiety, still with that trauma, still have those nightmares that feel super real, right? Of my dad getting abducted again, even though he adjusted his status.
A chorus of voices, all speaking different languages, made their voices heard outside New Britain City Hall. Many of them were the same voices speaking out after the detention of Esdras, the Wilbercross High School student, a few weeks back. Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro confirmed Esdras' deportation flight was canceled, although he remains detained. She said she remains hopeful he could be brought back to Connecticut to continue his legal arrangements. Now, the New Britain community says this is just one of many gatherings to continue the efforts of fighting for their community. In New Britain, Valerie Moravi, Fox 61.
6:07 now. A police officer in Rocky Hill was hurt in a crash while responding to an emergency call. Officers say it happened on Elm Street just before 6 last night. Both the officer and the driver of the other vehicle were hurt. We're told their injuries were not serious, though. No word yet on what led up to that crash.
A little more than 24 hours ago, this was the moment that a car crashed into another vehicle on Route 372 in Berlin. Now, if you were with us yesterday morning, we brought this to you as breaking news. This is surveillance video from the Berlin Convenience in Delhi. 40-year-old Case Berwood of Windsor Locks died in that crash. Neighbors say it's not the first time that something like this has happened.
I grew up not far from here, a couple miles down the road. And I mean, at least once a year, there's a tragic accident here. You know, it doesn't surprise me at all. It's very unfortunate that it has to happen, but it doesn't surprise me at all, to be honest with you.
The other driver was hurt but is expected to survive. Police are still investigating and they want any witnesses to please come forward.
Police in New London made an arrest in a brutal assault at an assisted living facility. 28-year-old Matthew Ellis from New London has been charged with first-degree assault. He was arrested Monday. On July 7th, officers say they found the victim unconscious with serious injuries to his face. We're waiting on an update on the victim's condition and confirmation on how the pair knew each other.
President Trump's administration is once again labeling Connecticut a sanctuary state. The designation is drawing sharp reaction on both sides of the aisle. Connecticut policies do limit cooperation with immigration officials. Attorney General William Tong says the claim is false and calls the term a concocted fiction with no legal basis. He says Connecticut follows the law and protects immigrant families. Tong accuses the Trump administration of trying to defund and commandeer local police. Tong says if the state's funding is threatened, he will fight back in court. But Republican lawmakers see it differently. Senators Rob Sampson and Stephen Harding say Connecticut Democrats created a super sanctuary state. And it goes on to say they're referencing policies that stop local police from cooperating with ICE, even in cases that involve violent felons.
Well, some educators in West Hartford say they've been stretched too thin and left unpaid for extra hours. Last night, those teachers took their fight directly to the school district ahead of the new year. Many of the teachers have asked their unions to step in, claiming of violations in their contract.
It's a frustrating process for sure, because it's been going on for so long. But I am happy that we had the opportunity for the board to hear us tonight, and just represent the teachers in my program.
The administration argues nowhere in their contract as a state teachers should be compensated by more money for working longer hours. Teachers say they often would skip prep time and lunches to work with their students, and they're not being paid for it.